Hi again, this is Judy Morio, and this is the World of Book Reviews, and thank you for joining me tonight. We're so very fortunate that we have a wonderful guest, Morgan St. James.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We are just learning so many exciting and interesting things, and Morgan was telling us about these two books, No More Crying Angels and Incest, Murder, and a Miracle, and she was telling us that both of the authors had a secret.
Yes.
What was that secret?
The secret was the abuse and the sexual abuse that they were enduring. And, you know, when you hear somebody say, oh, well, why did they wait 20 years or 30 years to do it? You know why? Because they see other people coming forward now. And it's giving some courage. The thing I've learned is that the abuser tends to program their victim, where they diminish their self-worth, they make them feel like nobody will believe them, and as we've seen with several of the women who have come forward, people don't believe them. They accuse them. They make them the villain.
Yes.
And so all of these things feed into it, but I think what's happened now is with the amount of women who are finding the courage to come forward, even if it's been many, many years, and say what's happened, there's strength in numbers. And eventually, people will realize that this is something that's very real. You know, when Cheryl's case was in the media all over the country, it was one of the very first times that the word incest was used in a headline.
Amazing.
And incest was a taboo word.
Of course.
It was not used.
Right.
And here was this young girl saying this, and everybody saying that, no, she was lying, she did it for the money, it couldn't be possible. You know, it's very sad. They tend to desensitize themselves and sometimes get split personalities. Now, this didn't happen with Bella, but Cheryl was able to detach herself when her father was raping her, and she would try to look at it as though it was happening to somebody else and put a pillow over her face so she didn't have to see him. Bella wound up cutting off all of her emotions from the time she was about 4 years old. She couldn't cry. And that's where the title came from, because I think she was like late teens, she had an angel, a crying angel, tattooed on her left shoulder in the back so that the angel could cry for her, because she couldn't cry for herself. And one of her happiest days was when she was able to shed tears.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you know, unless you've walked in the shoes of an abuse victim, it's hard to really relate to what they go through. Now, Bella established an online site on Facebook called La Bella Mafia, where it is totally dedicated to abuse victims helping abuse victims. And they have many, many followers from all over the world, and many abuse victims have been helped through this Facebook
and it's
movement. La Bella Mafia.
La Bella Mafia on Facebook. That would be a good thing to check into if you have been an abuse victim.
They're all abuse victims helping other abuse victims, and they come from all walks of life. I mean, they can be attorneys, they can be doctors, they can be the person who is a gardener. I mean, it doesn't matter. And they also have men that come to the site, you know, men who have been abused. So it's uplifting, even though these are horrible stories. If you've never been in anything like that, it's uplifting to know that these women have taken the opportunity to turn it around and help others.
Exactly, because it is so traumatic. I have several very good friends who have been through this kind of abuse, and it's very difficult to live with it. Very difficult to live with it. And so I highly recommend that you check out La Bella Mafia on Facebook.
Right.
Check that out, because that could be very, very helpful to you if you have been a victim of abuse. And thank you for watching the show. Tonight we are going to be right back. We're going to be talking about Morgan St. James and about her being an author and how she got there and what she does. So come back and be with us again for the next segment. Thank you.
Hi,
I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Good evening. This is Judy Mario, and this is the World of Book Reviews, and I have had the pleasure and the honor of having Morgan St. James as my guest for the evening, and we are talking about some of the wonderful books that she's written and the work that she's done with people. And I want to know a little bit more about her, about Morgan St. James, the author. When did you start writing?
Oh, this is a great story. I'll try to speed it up. Okay. I was an interior designer. I had a design business, and I was also director of design for different developers. And when I had my design studio with a partner, we were approached to write an article for a very prestigious design magazine. And we were elated. We said, oh yeah, sure. I mean, what better credibility could we get?
Yes.
There was only one thing that we didn't pay attention to. We weren't writers. And so they sent out the photographers, they did the whole thing. It was about a unique floor that had been designed. And the deadline came, and we didn't have anything. It was the night before. We were drinking wine. We said, what are we going to do? And we cobbled together something that was like a noir mystery and a one-pager. And we went through the thing saying, you know, we were sitting in our studio drinking tea when the phone rang. Kind of an old Boston Blackie kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
We scoured the waterfronts, and we this and that. And we gave the article to the editor, and we said, God, they're probably going to hate us. They're going to, you know, say, what did we get into? And instead she called us laughing, said, I love it. I'd never had anything like it. Would you like to write more for us? And my partner said, no, I'm an actress. I've got enough on my plate between design and acting. And I said, I'll do it. And I went on to write many more articles for them. And then I moved into writing about other things. I've written magazine articles about dementia and about bartering and all kinds of things. And in the mid-90s, my sister and I decided to collaborate on our first book, The Corpse in the Soup. And that's how I started writing fiction.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And especially when I see how many books you've written and
16.
how many. And look at that. And series, 16 books. That's amazing.
Since 1995.
That is really amazing. and they're all interesting, and you've got great characters. And I just want to say, how do you do it? Tell me how, because I want to do that too.
I love character development, but you know, one of the workshops I've given is on not making paper doll cutout characters. They need to be three-dimensional. They need to have quirks. They need to have, you know, things that backfire on them. They can't be perfect characters, and they can't be blank. And I often draw on people I've known, because I've been fortunate to know a lot of characters.
Especially if you live in this town. We know a lot
Watch
of
it, Judy. You
characters.
might wind up in a book.
I might end up in a book. That might be kind of cool.
But that's really important, not to have your characters be paper doll cutouts,
Yes.
you know.
Now you do some workshops too, don't you?
Oh, I do. I do.
Yeah.
I've given several workshops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to, go to one of your workshops or buy one of your books, or how can they do
well,
that?
all my books are on Amazon and in just about every other online store, and you can also order them from places like Barnes & Noble and so forth. And my website is www.Morgan, M-O-R-G-A-N, St. James, S-T-J-A-M-E-S, -author.com, and you'll find all kinds of more information than you even want to know on my website.
You're going to find out all about you, huh?
Right. And each of these books have their own websites. This one is a Blogspot website, nomorecryingangels.blogspot.com, or incestmurderinamiracle.com.
And you were saying that both of these ladies, they respond to all
Yes,
of their...
both of them respond to things that are sent to them. They are very anxious to help anybody and everybody.
Well, we are very, very thrilled that we've had you this evening. This has been a really fun evening. I've loved the interview. It's been, I think, maybe my favorite interview of all time so far.
We'll pay you later.
So thank you for being here. It's been
Thank
wonderful.
you for asking me, Judy. This
And
has been great.
It really has been fun, and I've learned so. You know, I've known who you are for so long, but I
Yeah.
haven't had the opportunity to just sit down and talk with you
Right.
like now, and I'm just loving it. It's really
Right.
fun. And thank you for joining us. We've had a wonderful evening tonight, and I hope that you'll come back and be with us again real soon.
I didn't focus on my weaknesses. I focused on my strength, and I was able not only to lead myself, I was able to lead my team into success. Many people ask me, what do you mean by awakening the powerful leader within you? I have been leading myself and others for years. Well, I tell them, of course you have, but did you know that you have way more power than you can ever imagine? See, you and I, we were born with the capability to lead ourselves to live our purpose. Then life's challenges and obstacles come along and buries our capabilities. How do I know that? I know it because life happened to me.
My question to you today is this. What are you creating?
Now, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was thinking I'm gonna download something.